GMAC. We make financing and leasing your new GM vehicle painless.
Here comes Jack Sprague for the white flag. A lap from home. Jack Sprague looking for his 5th victory of the year, which will tie Hornaday in terms of wins on the 1998 NASCAR Craftsman Front Tour. More importantly, he will take over the championship point lead. Great run for Roper with the strategy of staying out on that critical caution that put 6 trucks in front of what had been the leaders all race. Setzer scrambling for a position. It's over. Sprague has won it. There's the crew celebrating as Jack Sprague reassumes his position.
Hornaday underneath Rutman for 3rd, so now Sprague must win this race.
And it won't make any difference if he does. He's going to have to get by, and he's trying to take the spoiler. Oh, he doesn't. He gets underneath Biffle right now.
Jack Sprague, oh, there's contact. Sprague holds on to the spot. He's got a big donut. 1 lap to go.
And up in the gray, he's up there throwing a lot of marbles. Right now, Hornaday down. Hornaday can win this race.
Hornaday into 2nd. That would clinch the championship for Ron. Sprague.
And they're going to make it Rutman with a big speed as he comes up the racetrack.
A huge crash. Big crash in turn number 2, but they will race to the checkered flag because it is behind them. So it is now up to Jack Sprague. He has to hope that Ron Hornaday spins it out. All Hornaday has to do is stay right where he is. It's going to be Sprague's victory.
It's over. This thing's over. This is exactly what they had to do. Ron Hornaday wins the championship. Sprague wins the race.
Sprague wins the race, but Ron Hornaday wins the championship.
So we got a 2-lap shootout for the 5th time in Jack Sprague's career. 6th, actually. He's won 1 of them, lost 4, including last week. I guarantee you, he is not going to let anybody go by without a fight. This time by, white flag. 1 lap to go for Jack Sprague. Dennis Setzer right behind him. For one of them, it's going to be victory number 1 of 1999. Through the back straightaway, Setzer trying to close. Does he have enough track? I don't think so. Through turns 3 and 4, Jack Sprague gonna pick up victory number 1 after 3 second-place runs.
Here comes the white flag now for our race leader, Jack Sprague. He is already into turn number 1 and through 2 as we're continuing on that battle. You can see the margin. Look at how quickly Sprague pulled away from this field through turns 3 and 4. So after a 7-race winless streak at the beginning of the season, Jack Sprague wins his 2nd in a row. Oh, we've got a crash up in turn number 3. Mike Wallace. There goes Jimmy Hensley around. Sealed his own fate. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go for the championship and the race win. Jack Sprague. He would win the championship by 8. There is the Granger Ford.
He closes him on the back bumper of Bobby Hamilton. But meanwhile, can Joe Rutman get alongside Sprague? Here comes Bliss on the outside of the 16. Right now, no one is moving.
Sprague weaves his way down the backstretch, trying to break up the airflow. Biffle, you can see him back in the distance there. Biffle's got to make a kamikaze move on the inside. Into turn 3. Biffle can't get around his Exide Ford teammate. Coming out of turn 4. Last year, Jack Sprague lost the championship while winning the race. This year, Jack Sprague looks like he is going to win the race and the championship.
Wow.
Jack Sprague, the GMAC Financial Services Chevrolet, holds off the hard-charging Greg Biffle. Biffle ends up in 7th position, and the swing will be a total of 8 points. And here comes Biffle up alongside to congratulate Jack home.
And I can't believe the left side tires made it.
Well, you know, that says a lot about the way Jack Sprague drives this truck, because if you were overdriving it, if you weren't smooth, you're going to run those left side tires off.
Coming through turns 3 and 4, this is going to break a tie that he has in the win column. It'll move him into 2nd place in the all-time standings with victory number 17 at the Ram Top 200 by Pepsi. Jack Sprague is your winner.
Setzer for 3rd. third. So while we were watching the race leader, he picked off both Corelli and Setzer. There they are. Sprague, what a come! Oh, look out! Brendan Gaughan comes down and gets contact and into the wall hard.
Track is clear. Race on around.
Now remember that we do not finish the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series under yellow. That means that with less than 10 laps to go, yeah, look at Gary. He knows this is trouble because the top lead lap trucks will get to the front of the line. Jack Sprague is going to be just a few feet behind, giving up the race lead yet. This time by white flag. Who's it going to be? Sprague, Tolsma second, Rutman third, in through turn number 1. Heading down the backstretch. Who has got it?
Dig all you can, Randy. Dig all you can, buddy.
Sprague holding on for dear life. Here comes Tolsma. Here comes Rutman through turns 3 and 4. Mount St. Helens is just a few hundred miles down to the south of us. What volcano's going to erupt today? It's going to be Jack Sprague coming from the left.
Competition, and how about that happening?
White flag. I need one more good one. No pressure from behind.
And Dion Henske will indeed wave the white flag. So we are 1.5 miles away from setting a record. How about putting Ricky Hendrick in the history books as the first winner, if he can hold on, in the history of this gorgeous facility in Wyandotte County, Kansas. We are in Kansas City, Kansas, for the inaugural O'Reilly Auto Parts 250. And now 3/4 of a mile stands between Ricky Hendrick and a GMAC Chevrolet win in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series competition. Here he comes down.
Hell yeah! Woo! Great job, Ricky. Great job, guys. That is awesome. Oh, my God. Dream come true. Oh. Hey, how do I take the brake bias off this thing?
So much emotion. You saw the tears from his dad, Rick, and his mom, Linda.
I know he is either crying or smiling ear to ear right now with one lap.
Oh, contact! The synchronized spins in turn 3 in the race for third place. The white flag is out. The caution has not waved. Brian Vickers is on the final lap of this race. Even if the caution waves now, they're racing back to the checkered flag.
And the track is clear.
Yep. 19-year-old Brian Vickers driving for Rick Hendrick is going to take the checkered flag and become a first-time NASCAR Busch Series winner.
Bring her home, bud. Bring her home.
I talked with Brian this morning about what it would mean for him to win here at Darlington. He said, I know the track's history. It would be big. To sum it up in a few words. He talked for a little bit longer than that, but it's bottom line, it would be big. Final set of corners. Another victory for Hendrick Motorsports, NASCAR Busch Series win number 2. And a checkered flag at Darlington for Brian Vickers. Get it into gear. Pace car's off. And the green flag and white flag are out at Dover. A 1-mile shootout to the finish. Hamilton Jr. looking low on Vickers. Vickers to block to the inside.
A little bit loose there. Nope. Tried to get him a little bit arrow loose. Here comes Hornaday in the back there with fresh tires.
Not a factor for the win. He's racing for third or fourth. And it doesn't look like Hamilton Jr. can do anything with Vickers.
No pressure.
Third win of 2003, Brian Vickers. Look at the race for fourth.
20-year-old Brian Vickers out of Thomasville, North Carolina, started racing in go-karts. As a youngster, 3-time national go-kart racing champion. You heard the story a few moments ago about his father spending the money out of the family business to establish Brian Vickers' racing career, attracted the attention of one of the biggest team owners of all, Rick Hendrick, and put him in position for this championship. White flag is up. And Casey Kane is on his final lap in pursuit of his first NASCAR Busch Series win. Enumclaw, Washington is the place. It's Casey Kane, a NASCAR Busch Series winner for the first time. He takes the Ford 300 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Off of turn number 4, David Green is going to finish 9th. It's not going to be enough. And the 2003 NASCAR Busch Series champion is Brian Vickers, driving for Hendrick Motorsports.
Congratulations, Brian. Fantastic job, boys.
What an epic struggle this was today for all of these teams. NASCAR Busch Series champions. Casey Kane, your race winner today.
In a Ford.
In a Ford 300. The Ford 300. They'll be happy about that, won't they?
Works out pretty smooth.
Brad Akins, team owner, longtime supporter of this Busch Series. Congratulations to him. And Dave, I'm sure an overwhelming sense of relief down there among the race team.
Well, you know, he's been here before. 5 Winston Cup championships, 3 Craftsman Truck Series, and now a Busch Series championship. Are you relieved, excited, what?
Man, I'll tell you, I don't even know when this is Ricky's deal, and I'm down here. We're so proud of Brian. It's a great job, Lance. Great job. I'll tell you, this is the toughest one I was so calm this morning, I couldn't believe it. But the GMAC and CarQuest and all those guys that believed in us, and Brian, we weren't supposed to be here. And Ricky and this young team, man, Lance, this is a big one for us, I'll tell you. Congratulations to Richard Childress for winning from the owner's side, but I'm real proud of my boy Ricky and my second.
Casey Mears has climbed back up to 6th, battling Robbie Gordon side by side. But it's too far back.
Yeah, right behind.
White flag.
Waffle got to run around Busch that time. I think he's going to pass back for 3rd. Doesn't really matter.
This is the battle right here. Brian Vickers, he's on the high side. Got a little bit of a runoff turn 2. But a big block by Bliss.
It's going to get exciting down here, boys.
Go or go home time right now. Vickers turns it to the bottom, but he can't get by.
He can't get on. He just can't get enough nose under him without getting into him.
Oh, he
did get him.
Sideways. He spins him in. Vickers wins.
He did. Vickers has beat him across the line just by a car length. Mike Bliss did a whale of a job.
Did we make it? Did we make it?
No, Mike, you didn't make it. It's not the first time.
Did we win?
That's Mike Bliss you're hearing. It is not the first time there's been a last lap spin on All-Star Night.
Fans cheering at Talladega. Earnhardt Jr. leads last lap. Outside. Vickers wants to go. Eight getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
Oh, no! Vickers hits 45. Hooked to 48 and takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is out. The leaders had already taken the white flag.
So is it going to be the 25 or the 9?
There are 19 scoring loops around the track. NASCAR will use scoring loops and videotape to determine the race winner. The checkered flag is out. Checkers and yellow out at Talladega.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Not going to be a popular win for the 25. It is.
Ray Evernham, owner of the 9 car.
One of the things that makes this day so special and unique is the throwback paint scheme that we'll see in a couple of minutes. Because in addition to pulling the wraps off the car that William will drive Labor Day weekend at Darlington, we're also going to honor the life of Rick and Linda's son, Ricky, who we tragically lost in 2004.
When Dale texted me and said, "Would you mind?" I said, "Are you kidding?" You know.
Yeah, it was just really cool and special to run that scheme for Ricky and Mr. Hendrick and Mrs. Hendrick. So I was just really excited about it. Knew it was going to be emotional and definitely something that they would look forward to seeing on the racetrack. So hopefully we can really give it a good run and get in victory lane.
I mean, I think that's one of the prettiest cars out there, and it still just pops on the track. I love it. When you see it from the front, it's one look, and from the side, it's another, and it brings you back to 01, and it's emotional, but you're so proud to see all of the teammates that were there with him show up and be here today, and for Liberty to want to go with that paint scheme and the throwback race. Time flies, but we miss him, keeping his memory alive through the scholarships, and the throwback deal is really special.
That's the reason we decided to give the